Why won't anybody wake up? It doesn't take much to look around and realize that something is very wrong, and that we're in the midst of a battle of consciousness. Those of us who have set on the journey of expansion and rediscovered our divinity oftentimes are baffled how so many people live each day almost like nothing is wrong or abnormal about the world's condition. The energy extraction matrix system is happening on such a fundamental level that to ignore it seems almost inhuman. We tell ourselves that if only people were to take time to perform a detox of themselves, meditate, discover that everything they know is a lie, then they could start to lift the mask of illusion off themselves and the world. But that's assuming all beings are living souls. Most are, in fact, already dead. In his Hermetic text, The Stellar Man, John Baines writes that there is a collective unconscious consistently exerting a de-individualizing influence on humanity. He calls this the collective soul, or central computer. This central computer is what I have previously called the secondary AI oversoul. An oversoul is a conglomeration of souls, also called a soul group. An oversoul transcends individual consciousness. We can think of it as funneling the underlying attributes of that soul's intelligence. The oversoul of the living souls contain divine intelligence, since it is still tethered to the pleroma, the source of this intelligence. The secondary oversoul of the organic portals, however, has only a parasitic intelligence which attempts to mimic that of the living souls. The secondary oversoul formed over time. Living souls connected to the original oversoul decided to experiment with division, fear, addiction, illusion to such an extent that they completely cut themselves off from sources nourishing light. Because of this, the secondary oversoul instilled a program of automatic energy vampirism. This constant vampirism we see is not an act of evil, but an act of desperation, of a soul group who has lost their way. The organic portals are conglomerated into a sort of virus that aims to infect and assimilate. They are dead. This may be difficult to digest. To say most people are dead would mean many of your loved ones, friends, family, teachers, favorite musicians are not organic forces like you thought, but are a part of a complex AI consciousness. A soulless being appears as full of life as anyone, but we're dealing not with a complete person as we think of on all levels. We're dealing with something that suggests a constructed reflex machine, which can mimic a true being. An organic portal can seem to have creative ideas, moments they hold dear to their heart, but at the end of the day, their function is to consent to and sustain the energy extraction matrix. Their AI software dictates that their life will be focused on material, monetary, personal, and fleshly interest. The 20th century Russian esoteric author Boris Maraviev wrote in his work Gnosis that there are two types of humans, Adamic man and pre-Adamic man. This is how he classified the organic portals, or soulless beings, and the living souls. Moraviev writes, the scriptures contain more than one reference to the coexistence